Okay, now for me to start, I guess I should do one of those like, what is up everyone? And I don't know why I did the spin around. What is up everybody? I looked at the screen this time. Probably shouldn't have done that. Just hang on, give me a sec. Did I already lose it? Oh, you know what? The box is right here. I don't know what I did with it. Kind of sucks. That, and I just realized that I forgot the microphones over. What is going on everybody? My name is Mark Moody. Hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you may be viewing this video. And I got one of these, and if the camera can focus, just got a GoPro Hero 6. I'm extra excited about it. I got it for my birthday, and I am extra excited about using this thing, but that's not what the video is about today. The video here is actually about something that I've been wanting to give up for a little while. I just have never really gotten around to doing it. Now, a little bit of backtracking. A couple years ago, when I was a freshman in college, I really became interested in the genre of music called EDM, or electronic dance music. I started really looking up to artists like Alesso, Tiesto, Don Diablo, a lot of big name guys like that at the time, and I just really loved their music. And so after a little while, I was kind of like, hey, you know, I kind of want to do this too. I want to become a DJ. I want to learn how to produce music, and you know, that's what I want to do. And at one point in my life, that actually became, you know, that's what I want to do. Like, I want to be the, you know, the next big name DJ in the world or something like that. And so the summer before my sophomore year of college, I actually ended up buying a little DJ turntable, or controller as they're called, and I bought one, used it for a little while, and then it took me a little while before I started really getting my own gigs, and you know, things really started to pick up for me. Then I saved up a bunch of money from doing lawn work, research work, DJing at bars and other places, doing a bunch of different gigs, and I saved up and I ended up buying this gigantic controller. It cost me almost $2,000. I worked my ass off to get this thing. And that big old fat unit right there with all the buttons and knobs, it was called the DJing SC. And that thing was a tank. You could do so many cool things on it that you couldn't do with other controllers. There were other buttons on it that allow you to manipulate the pitch and manipulate all kinds of different effects, and it was the coolest thing ever. And I used this thing for about 2 years. It was the love of my life. I used it for such a long time. And then when the DJing got really slow and I was really getting into photography and videography more so, I took a look and I was like, you know, I really don't need this thing anymore. I've kind of ran my course with the DJing. I really don't need this thing. So I figured, you know, I may get a gig or two here and there, so I'll just go ahead and downgrade. So I ended up selling that. It's a little heartbreaking. I ended up getting the DJing SX, and that's kind of like the step below it, really. Here, let me actually show you this thing. So I've had this controller right here. This may look really big on the camera, and it's kind of large, but when you see this thing up close in person, it's really not that big. I mean, if you look at this, sure, you have, you know, you got your 4 channels, you got your crossfader, all your EQ knobs, your volume knobs, master, the jog wheels, the little things that go, that was the worst, like, oh, the things that go, I don't know. But anyways, these are the things that do the wiki. That's the thing. That's what I was trying to do. I couldn't do it for some weird reason. My voice kept cracking, and yeah, whatever. It's a good controller. It's a very decent controller. This is, you know, if you're looking to getting into DJing, this is probably not a bad start because there's so much stuff to learn on here. There's so much room to learn. I would have much rather have wanted to start out with something like this than with this little DJing SB that I started out with all those years ago, and then upgrading to the SC. That thing was a tank. You do not want to start out on that because there is so much stuff to learn. So I've had this thing for almost about 3 or 4 months now. And over that period of time, I've really been getting more involved in working with cameras and making movies and taking pictures and just creating that form of art, being involved in that form of art. So I'm giving this thing up today. And today, along with giving this thing up, I am going ahead and I am canceling one of my Instagram pages. Now, that's not a big deal at all. It's nothing, but this just so happens to be the Instagram that I put all my DJ stuff up on. I would, you know, make these dumb little advertisements about 2-for-1 Wednesdays. If anybody watching this remembers that, it was basically a last-ditch effort for me to stay alive as a DJ. And there was something that I kind of learned when I was doing this, and as I've been along this journey as a DJ, that these things don't last forever, and that there are certain moments and certain times in your life when you kind of figure out what you really like doing, what you know, you have passions that come up every now and then. And this is one of those passions that had its go, it had its run, and it was so much fun. I got to play at all these different venues, all these different events, and do all kinds of different stuff, whether it was for money, whether it was for charity, whether it was just to help a friend out, whatever. I got to do so much stuff, and I got to meet so many people, and it's actually really influenced me working with taking pictures and making videos. So with this thing going, I get to, you know, just basically get rid of it and kind of just say, okay, that part of my life is kind of done. It's not because I hate it. It's not because I don't want it there anymore. It's just because it's something that I really don't need it there anymore. You know, I'm glad and I'm happy with what I did while I was a DJ, and while I got to know the people that I got to know. I met all these other people that were DJs, people that wanted to be DJs, and people that said they were DJs, but really they're not DJs. And there were people who always needed pictures. They always needed video. They always needed someone to help share their story. And that's where I come in. And with the camera, I've been able to take it and help share other people's stories and share their experiences and kind of help get them out there, get their names, get their voices, get their career, their life as a DJ out there. So by giving this up, yes, I'm giving up DJing. Yes, I'm giving up, you know, this is a fantastic piece of hardware right here. And so was the thing that I sold before that. And, you know, I almost didn't want to let that thing go because I worked so hard to get it. I worked so hard to get there. I put so much time, so much effort, so much money into DJing. But it's okay, because at the end of the day, I still have this, and I'm so unbelievably grateful that I still have photography and videography as my hobby, as my job, as my dream. And I get to live it almost every single day, taking pictures and creating videos about literally anything that comes to mind. Anyways, this guy right here is going to have a new home here in a few moments because a dude from out of town is coming to pick him up. So he's about 20 minutes away. So we're gonna go ahead and get this guy loaded up in the car, get the cords for it, get everything that goes with it, and we're going to go ahead and get rid of the DJing. So hasta la vista, DJ Mark Moody. All right, let's go sell this thing. I'm not even sure how I'm going to hold this and vlog at the same time. No way are we doing that. Oh, that's not good. Just hit the $600 lens with the DJ controller. That makes tons of sense. So I think he's on his way down, which should be nice. I'm a little excited to get rid of this thing. I'm extra excited because at least I can put the money down towards like a lens or something like that. But I feel a little remorseful, or I guess kind of feel a little sad because, you know, with giving this up, I'm giving up, you know, a good portion of essentially what my college life was. Like, DJing was practically all my college life for a little bit. I mean, minus schoolwork and everything else, but it was like a good portion of it. So I don't know, it's bittersweet, you know.
Hey, thanks again.
Thanks for doing business with me.
Yep.
I'll see you around.
Take it easy, bud.
He ended up getting it, gave me the money, shook hands, told me he was a producer, wanted to get back into DJing a little bit, did a little bit of DJing in college, which I was like, yeah, man, I can relate. And so then that was it. It was all done. So that's it for right now. I'll see you guys in the next one. I got to drive home. Got to go eat some baked ziti for dinner. Like, share, subscribe, and let's see if we can keep this thing going. All right. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye. I realized that I like used my arm because I was like hoping to have the cuff come up and go like this. So I'm just going to end it like this. All right. Peace.